And five, testing, testing.
So,
And are we on? Welcome to Robert Rio. As you can see, I am solo dolo at the table, but we got extraordinaire producer, engineer Rico for the male perspective. He is joining me today. Oh my goodness, y'all. He got the air on, but of course, your girl is having a hot summer, a hot flash day. Let's see if that's working. Yep, it's on. Having a hot summer. Yep. Oh yeah, it's on. It's me. You know I'm slow. All this technology, y'all would think I be knowing what I'm doing, but half the time, I do not. So bear with me as I share this to the other feeds. All right, guys, I'm gonna wait a second. Join in now for the convo. All right, so it's Monday. I know I do this on Monday because it's the start of the week. It's the beginning of the drama, the Monday crew. I'm off on Mondays, but most of the world works on Monday. So, plug for the t-shirts. Robert Real, we got our shirts. Ah! That's how we add in the clap track. Rico.
clap track. I might hit the wrong one. Shit.
That's funny.
We had a bloopers on this month.
We got a lot of bloopers, but that's Robert Real. Is what we do.
You can't hear what I hear.
Because you got it on the headphones. This is what we do.
You can't hear it. I can make you hear it, though. This is what I hit first.
Oh, wong.
Then I hit this.
Oh, like it's a whole bunch of people here. That's funny.
Nope.
I didn't know you had. See, you be holding out on me. Okay, I'm hot. Okay. Shout out to G Baby. She had to work today. She sends her love and support as always. I know she would have on her shirt too. My sister gonna ask me where is her shirt. I said, as you don't even be on camera. What you want a shirt for? My sister got her shirt coming. Well, she got one, but she wants a different size. So I had to do some more shirts. But anywho, shout out to Janet, Print Heads. That's who did the shirts. And that's who does all of my Fearless Focus, Grown Woman Focus, Grown Man Focus, all of my hats, my shirts, the Print Heads. That's who I go to. And I also have used Extraordinary Embroidery. So that's who I started with, actually. So I'll never forget who I started with. I may not end up with the same person, but I always shout out who I started with. Demands. It's never personal stuff. Like if I switch printers, it's good to have two. I've learned in business it's good to have backup plan. I need a backup producer, right, Rico? Because if Rico is busy.
That's in the making.
Is it? You got a team with the gangster lean?
Putting it together now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I need to learn how to do some stuff. Because I can help out. I can take pictures, photography. You know I was a photographer. In my mind. I'm a lot of things. I'm a drummer. I can play the piano. What else? I can do a lot of things. But wait 1 second. Okay, I'm going back into YouTube. So I can, because you can see the YouTube comments. I can't unless I log in. There I go. Okay. See, can you see the hearts? If you don't love yourself, who will?
Nope.
No? Yes? No?
I probably don't know where to look.
You know it. Rico. Lord help him. Probably should stop drinking before we start. But anyway, guys, it has been a crazy week. We didn't come on last week. Rico had to go work, do something, and threw off our whole schedule. So G Baby and I went to Starters. in Southfield. And anybody that knows Starters in Southfield, on Monday they do karaoke. It turns into a whole club. It's a whole scene after 7 o'clock. So good time, great drinks. I'm sorry guys, I'm not that big on Starters food. I can't sit there and say great food. Can't do that. The great food for Starters to me is the original location. So shout out to Ali, the owners and stuff. But I like the original location. Mm-mm. You finished your shot, Rico?
It was small, so I was sipping.
Chug it, lug it. It's small. That's all we got to drink.
I ain't know if there was some more left. So I was saving.
Nope. Drunk all mine. Did you turn the camera on you to see your shirt, Rico? Rico has his shirt on too, y'all. Yay! I'm excited. See? He got the dim light on him. I needed all the bright light. But guys, I don't know. I don't want to ruin the mood, but I am literally a whole mom now. I know the people that my family knows what's going on in my personal life, but I got a lot going on, Rico. Out here trying to be in these streets and find a man and stuff, and I got a lot of baggage. So that's all I'm talking about. That's why I titled it Reality Check. Because can you really be a nickel out here looking for a dime? If you all screwed up, how you expect to attract? We got it so twisted, I think, sometimes that we think that if somebody ain't willing to struggle with us, they don't care about us. I don't want to struggle. Am I wrong, Rico? It's from me. I need the male perspective.
I think it depends on
I don't know
what a person looking for. Like me though, I don't want nobody who just the whole relationship is just a bunch of problems and issues,
right?
And nonsense. I need, if anything, I need somebody I can build with. Like far as I'm on that power couple tip,
right?
Not if somebody if they going through something, as long as we can come together with some type of plan and we planning to win, then I'm cool with it. But if you just trying to dump all your problems off on me to the point where it stagnate me and what I'm trying to accomplish, then that's a problem. I gotta shake you.
Like a tree. Shake you on down. Why did I let this man tell me that stale joke? Oh man, I'll get to that. We're gonna come back to it at the end. Y'all gonna remember I said this, that I was talking about a joke when I say it too. It was pretty funny. But anyway, y'all know I like my corny jokes. But I thought about that. So back to next week, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I've been told that is a thing. My cousin is going to come on next week, if she's still willing to do it. She said she was, so hopefully our schedules permit that, because right now we are jointly taking care of her daughter's twin girls. Blessed little babies, they 7 months old. And I say that loosely. It's not like they don't have a mother and a father. It's just a lot of things going on. They're young, so we're helping out a lot. Because I never want to make someone else feel a kind of way about that. But from my perspective, I am a whole Cam. I'm a cousin, auntie, mama. That's what I call myself, Cam. Cousin, auntie, mama to them little girls. And it's been a blessing and it's been a stressing, okay? I'm still working nights, which my schedule will be changing the beginning of June. Thank you, Jesus. I'll be off of nights, and I can actually try to have some type of life and come outside, go have a happy hour drink with my girls. I have not. You have to balance your work life and your social life, guys. I have not been doing that, and I have gained weight. I have been tired. Literally, all I do is sleep and go to work and watch the babies. Sleep, go to work, watch the babies. And literally, by watch, I mean sometimes. Thank God for my mother, because she is helping out. But my mother, she get mad when I say she's 72. But she's 72, and she has done her job. She has raised her girls. We don't have any biological grandkids. But through our lives, she has been blessed with kids that call her grandma, that are in her life, and her goddaughter. And, our god kids are her grandbabies. So she's starting all over helping out my cousin, and I'm grateful for that. But like I said, she's 72. I want my mother to be able to relax a little bit, especially after her husband passed away last year. But it's giving her joy and it's giving her peace and all of that. That's great. But I feel like she's one step away from burning out. And that's where I have to step in. So I need to be built up in order to help out. That's why I say I come with a lot of baggage. I'm 46. Dating now would be weird for me because I have to say to a person, no, I don't have any kids, but I'm taking care of 7-month-old twins. You want to go to the park? Is that, like, who's going to want to hang out?
Somebody who really into you,
People
they
say
still
that.
want to hang out.
People say that. And that's true. Because I can see that. Because my ex, he had kids, but I didn't care. I can see that. He had a lot of baggage, but I didn't care.
People at in their life, that's like.
I can see that.
As far as when I was younger, like my first children, I had the woman had a son and twin daughters already. She was Sunni Muslim. She got married off, had her children early, like 13, 14 years old.
Wow.
And had a son and twins. But she kind of backed up from certain stuff that she didn't like about the guy she was with in the arrangement.
Oh.
She got a little bit older, like 16, 17. She kind of left that situation, was on her own and trying to raise some children. But I already knew her from the neighborhood.
Okay.
She lived in like my aunties in them neighborhoods. So I remember her from when we was young in the school. And I remember like 8th grade, she just disappeared. That's because of religion and having the children and all that stuff. So long story short, though, I ended up having a son and twin daughters by her also.
Wait a minute. She had her own kid. Like, she had a set of twins and a kid before you. But then she had another set of twins?
She had a son and twin daughters. I helped her raise her son and twin daughters. And then it was like a year in between the twin daughters, she had a son by me.
Okay.
And then, not even the whole 12 months later, she had twins by me.
Rico, how many kids you got?
7.
I thought you had. I promise all this time I've known you. And we talk about kids and stuff all the time. But I promise you, I really only thought you had 4 kids.
No, because my children are grown.
Yeah, maybe.
And then after I, went on a little vacation, then I had 3 more after that.
Rico, you've been busy. Busy, I tell you.
I got 7 grandchildren.
Rico, Lord, 7, your lucky number, huh? All right, 7. I guess you'll be like, yeah. If they want you, they want you. But but your kid's grown. Can you see that starting over phase? That 7-month-old babies, well, they're twins. They twins. But they fraternal twins. They look nothing. They are the most adorable little babies. My little vanilla and chocolate. But they starting to look alike. But I was like, And I joke with them. I'll tell them they got different daddies. I really feel like they might have different daddies. I don't know. Is that mean? That's a cruel joke, y'all.
To the mama. All right.
Well, it's my cousin. I can talk about her. Can't nobody else talk about her, but I can talk about it.
Or if the daddy around, to the daddy, he might be.
And he ain't even. Well, that's a whole. Like I said, we're dealing with a lot right now. Yeah. I don't even know how to address half the stuff I'm dealing with. Because I never thought I would be in this situation where, I don't want to say I judge people, but you never realize how much single mothers go through until I guess either it's you or it's really close to home. She's my cousin, and that's why I don't say names, because this is I don't want to say private situation, because that's the problem. I think a lot of people deal with family members that have mental health issues and they don't talk about it. Yeah. So it's a quiet issue, but it's affecting the whole community, because what she does affects her kids, and then you know, thank God she has family. But it's kids out here that whose parents, you got kids being left at home alone at 4 years old because their parents have mental illness and they having manic episodes and they go, for those that don't know, a manic episode, if you're off your medication, you just spaz out or everything is, I just want to go do this. Or you can get paranoid and think people are after you. And, you know, you don't think rationally. And I've had to do a lot of research on it because I didn't believe in I never understood it. I'm open to understanding mental health awareness. But if I'm keeping it raw, keeping it raw and being honest, I didn't understand stuff like that because it didn't affect me. So I didn't get it. I'm like, and I could be a little harsh to where I feel like self-control, I take for granted how much self-control people really have. So it's little parts of me. And I have to remind myself sometimes when I get to arguing with this child that she's got a mental health issue and she might snap. Now I don't know. So I have to be careful how I speak to her.
It's real for sure.
It's very real. And anything can trigger somebody with mental health issues. I'd be like, do I got a mental health? Because I go from 0 to 60 real fast in traffic. I don't know what's wrong with me. But that's literally what I compare it to. Like, one little word can set my cousin off. And I'd be like, what is wrong with you? And I don't know about nobody else's family, but my family, we grew up, it's like my mom and her sisters, only them two, on my mom's side. On my dad's side, my dad is the oldest of 10. So I have a lot of cousins on my dad's side. Shout out to the East Side Comedies. But half of my cousins on my dad's side, I still do not know. Or we just don't have a close relationship. We know each other, but they don't look at me as a cousin. And don't have no problem telling me they don't look at me as a cousin. But my mom's side, it's just my mom and her sister. And it's me and my sister. My aunt had 4 kids. What happened?
We still online.
Oh, okay.
What's going on with that?
My aunt had 5 because she had adopted a son. So we grew up together. All of us are very close. So something affects them, it affects everybody. But growing up, I can look and say, dang, I can see some differences in my cousin kid, one of her kids. And I just be like, because she had imaginary friends. I'm not saying that that's a sign of mental illness, guys. I'm just saying she had a vivid imagination as a child. And now that she's 22, I want to believe that she's getting better for the sake of her kids. But at this point, I'm a whole cam. And I say that to say people need to be able and willing to speak on it. Like that's why I said her mom will be here next week. She wants to address the stigma, with mental health illness. And I think her take on it is a little different. People would think that she's extra sensitive. My cousin is not. She's actually way harsher than we are probably because she's dealt with it a lot longer than we have.
It's levels, though.
It's a lot of levels. We didn't know, like growing up, she didn't tell us that her daughter was going through all these things, that she's had a counselor and all these things since she was like probably 6 years old. We didn't know that. So when she's like 19 and 20 going through all these changes, she just being a little bitch. She just going through stuff. She teenager going to, she just doing what she do. No, it was way deeper than that and we didn't know. So now that she's giving birth to children, now you're affecting this man's life. It's a lot, guys. You got to think about who you lay down with. You get pregnant because something happened to you. Who's going to take care of your kids? And that's what I'm thinking about now. I was just dealing with the fact I'm 46, single, no biological kids. Okay, I'm going to start traveling. Then here come these kids. But it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Because I always wanted kids. God gave me 2. And it's my family. Because I always said I didn't want to, and that sounds cruel. Adoption is not for me. I never wanted to adopt. Because I always said I didn't want a kid that bad. I wanted to experience being pregnant and having a baby. But since I can't experience that, having someone in my bloodline, I guess that's close enough. If that makes sense. Does that sound cruel? Sounds selfish. Some people say it's selfish, but yeah, y'all ain't in my shoes. So
Sound like being real to me.
yeah, I'm like, people need to be honest about stuff. I think a lot of things could be avoided if people were just, and maybe I'm too honest. That's what happened last week. I started. So anybody that knows me, or fellas, here's a hint: when you're going out and meeting women, don't stay out of their space. Don't be all in their space. And ladies, same thing with y'all. Stop touching on these men. Every man don't like to be touched either, right or wrong.
Right.
So, things can escalate very quickly with alcohol. Not on my part. I know how to control my liquor. But I'll say that I had an unpleasant experience last week with a gentleman. And he's probably a really nice guy. I don't know. Didn't get a chance to get to know him or talk to him because he just kept invading my space. And I'm like, dude. So it's hard for me to date or go out because that's literally what is out there now. Or I'm just going to the wrong spots.
I think some women might like that. So that's why some guys might do it, or that's how they might have been taught. Some guys are just aggressive.
Yeah.
And it's like me, I always been different. I've never been the type of person that just I'm different. I've never been the type of person to just see a girl that she could be beautiful. I might see her at the gas station, the mall, or whatever. Now, when we was young and we used to have competitions who can get the most numbers.
Right.
Then I would step to somebody. But naturally in my life, the way that I move, I don't, I believe that you can talk up on certain things, but I'm a firm believer that it's like the woman kind of knows. So it's like if I get certain signs or something, I feel something that would let me know to talk to somebody or to do. I don't force it up on them. Sometimes it could be something simple. Just you feel something small, even from the eye contact sometimes. That kind of lets you know. It's kind of inviting. So especially if I'm in the bar, before I get to touching somebody and stuff like that, best believe if we talking, they're gonna touch me and be more friendly with me
than you would with them.
That would open me up to something before I just get to touching on people and stuff.
Which is good from a male perspective because you never know with these women. They signals can be crossed and mixed. So I agree with that. I just didn't like it. I was like, sir, G baby. Bless her heart, because G baby is more. She's younger than me. That's why That's why we have the dynamic of the younger and more seasoned co-host or whatever you want to call it. But I'd be like, she's more carefree, and I'm more brothers. COVID, back up. Hell, I didn't let my man touch me during COVID for a few months. I'm gonna let a stranger touch. I'm just saying. Germs is germs. And he had a lot of them. And I was like, you were too close to me. But my thing is, why get bad? Some men get bad and get defensive because I guess it's embarrassing. And that's why I try not to do it loud. I try not to be confrontational because you're still a man. And he said, he was like, I'm not going to go back and forth. I said, sir, I don't argue with men. I'm going to tell you that right now. And that's what I told. I said, I don't argue with men. Not arguing with you at all. I asked you to back up out of my space. That was it. Case closed. Have a good day. That's how I looked at it. He wanted to keep on going. I said, didn't I just say I don't argue with men? So I was confused. I was very confused. But I'm just glad it did not escalate to anything else because I had a lot of people in the bar that night that knew me that he didn't know I knew. So that could have went. And that's what I don't want to do is involve other men in foolishness. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody in there is going to let that crowd that was there that night, let me say that. They would never let, if they see me arguing with a man, none of them would have been quiet. Because I don't know people that do that. Nowadays, a lot of men do back up because they never know what's going on, who that is to you. But the dudes that was in there that night, They knew I didn't know that dude. So if they see me going back and forth, it was gonna be
If you
problems.
just meeting somebody anyway, and it's like it depends on how y'all conversation going. What is
Hmm.
that woman doing to make you touch her?
Right. Like,
Like,
what did
so
I
it's like
say?
if I'm just meeting somebody and don't even really know them like that, why would I really be touching them anyway?
Right.
Now, if she's touching me in certain ways and all on me, then that's letting me know. But other than that, it's like that's not really what's up to me. I ain't into
Right.
touching on nobody and stuff
Like, you
like
just
that.
talk with your hands. You know, some people just laugh. Like, when they laugh, they hit you.
Some guys do that
Some
to
people
other
do that.
guys too. I don't feel comfortable with that neither.
Yeah.
Especially that. I don't want dudes touching on me.
Yeah, they talk like that. That is interesting. Some people, because I used to do that. Like, I laugh. I have to catch myself. Like, why am I laughing and hitting this person?
You sitting down there, keep hitting your knee. Yeah, dog. Dog, especially my legs. Nigga. I don't feel comfortable with
That's
that.
some brothers been to college. Sorry. Some of y'all act like that. I don't know. Is that a true statement? Okay, so we got to talk about college. Is that where some men really did get turned out in college? You seen it
Um,
like firsthand?
I wouldn't say that I seen it
Not
because
firsthand.
it's
You know what I'm
like
saying?
the way that I functioned and the stuff that I was doing, I was like writing plays and drama classes and in the music room, and then it's
In
like,
prison, y'all had music room. Y'all
yeah,
had
I
most
took up
stuff.
college courses and
Oh, okay.
different stuff that I was doing, but also like I wrote a couple of plays with UM. I did a poetry book with UM.
Oh wow.
We was in there performing in concerts and stuff. Um,
Okay.
and then also I was studying with the Nation of Islam, and we don't accept um, no type of homosexual activities and none of that stuff around us. Period. So I've seen people playing these games like what they call the slip game, and a lot of the old school people who probably was predators get to playing with these guys, joking, so they thinking that they
Ah,
joking, and people playing little games. They call it the slip game, but I look
really?
at it like that nigga trying to bait you. He
The
see that you,
slip
cause a
game.
real motherfucker really shouldn't want to be playing a whole bunch of homosexual games
That's what I
anyway.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, for you to come up with all these gay ass jokes, you got to be thinking about them first. So what's on your mind, especially around a bunch of dudes? So I never even
Yep.
opened the door for none of that. And when I seen certain shit going on and the young guy coming in, which they used to call them fish, I
Oh
used to
Lord.
tell them like, you know what I'm saying, don't feed off into that type of shit because you do. That's making motherfuckers feel like they can test you and you comfortable with certain shit. You know.
But they testing them, but just to not have no follow up. I feel like if they testing them, they trying to bait them for themselves. But
You
then they
never know.
not.
Some people
That's
try to
interesting.
test you to see how you land, because some people also would try to use you, or it's a million different ways other than just some homosexual shit. They see somebody look like they got money. If you
Okay.
trying to get money or something in college, as we
Yes,
put it,
college. Just
it's different things that you might do. You might try to latch on to somebody who could be a connect on some
on
form
the
of
outside.
fashion, or you might have something that you trying to
Mm.
sell, or you might just be a bum and ain't really got nothing. You trying to get cool with somebody who you know getting money orders in and different stuff or whatever, who gonna help out their friend. It's a
Mm.
million different
That's a
reasons
lot.
why people do certain things that they do, or they could just be trying to test you to see if you soft. So
Yeah.
it's many different levels to the shit
Dang.
that be going on. But I partake in none of that nonsense and bullshit. And I let people know as soon as I came through. I ain't come here to make no motherfucking friends. If I so happen to get cool with somebody, I'm gonna let that shit happen natural. And that's what I did the whole time.
I would. I can't survive. I can't do no crime because I can't do no time. I can't do it.
I was
I can't
groomed
sit in my
early
room too
though.
long. I
I was groomed early. I went through juvenile system and all that. I caught my first situation at 86.
and see that don't. A lot of people don't understand like that. They think that the system helps you. It actually helps you become a better criminal.
It depends. Like far as the system itself, they not really teaching nobody nothing. But I believe everybody go through stuff for a reason. So it's like stuff that I went through. If people know my background, my neighborhood, and stuff like that, I believe that I went through a lot of things in my life, including that, or getting shot, or getting stabbed, or anything that I believe makes me a better person now. So when
Yeah.
I show I got my own business, I do this, I do that. I'm going hard. So when people, I was the type of person that like, what's that song, The Vapors? They was like, Big
Uh,
Daddy Kane, he would grow up to be nothing but a hoodlum, either in jail or someone would shoot him.
yeah.
That's how people probably looked at me at one time. Like if you wasn't in prison, you probably be dead or in jail and all that type of stuff. People look
Yeah.
at you like that, coming from certain eras. They probably do with these young boys not. But I can only really speak on what I've been through. But it allows me to have an understanding of certain things, so I can teach people
Exactly.
in ways where they can change, and if I can change up certain things or whatever. And plus, I wasn't the type person just going out there. Just I always had a good heart, and most of the trouble I got in was really trying to help other people.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's what I want to be able to give back or mentor. And my cousin said this to me, and I don't know if that was in her manic state or not, but um, that she looks up to me. And like I said this from the beginning of doing this over a year and a half ago when I'm not doing this to be a mentor or for anybody to look at my life and say, okay, I'm not a role model. But sometimes God puts you in position for different things, and you can't control how people vision you. You can't control how people see you. So all I can do is pray for direction, and whatever I'm saying is getting through to somebody, but I have to be saying something. Like I'm looking at all the social media and all the things going on right now, all the lives, all the podcasts, and I'm asking like, what is this platform doing? I need for my platform to mean something besides the foolishness that's just going on. And I know we joke and we laugh, and that's good, and it's a stress relief, just an hour out of the day. Let's not think about nothing serious sometimes. But my heart is pulling me in a different direction. It's pulling me in a different direction. So I got to pray on that. I got to pray on what that means and follow an assignment. Because we focusing on, when I say we, me, G, baby, even when Dice and Heavy was here, thinking about, sponsorships and how you make money off of. People don't do this just to be doing this, people. I keep telling y'all it's a money, it's a business. It's not just, I just felt like talking today. That's what a lot of people go live for. They just like to talk. And that's cool. And a lot of people doing lives are going on there for awareness with health conditions and health and wealth. They doing seminars, and it is helping their business, but it's still ways you get sponsorships off of just going live. So those are things that I'm looking at because I want to be able to. It's not just about money. If it was about money, I would stop doing this a long time ago. It's a bigger purpose. So that's what I'm kind of tapping into now. Because I'm being in women, I think we are so far off of what we are supposed to be doing in life that it is scary. Like men and women don't respect men anymore. Half the women I know, I'm done. I don't want to be bothered with men. Da, 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 da. Half of them is homosexual, but yet they want to have kids. And don't miss what I'm saying. We need each other. I don't care how mad you are at a man. I don't care how mad you are at a woman. We both have different parts for a reason. We're supposed to unite. So all of this extra stuff in the AI world and all this stuff that's being built around us, if y'all not paying attention to the stuff that's going on around us, you're going to get sucked right into it. It's like a matrix. The stuff that I'm seeing is scary. It's scary, y'all. And maybe I had to do the foolishness to get the platform up. Maybe the platform with people that really know me, waiting on me to really say what I always be saying. So I have, I don't know. I keep it as raw. Every day I'm not serious. Every day I'm not joking. I'm a balance in between. So some days I come on live. That's why I say we don't ever have a topic. I try to tune in on one thing so we can have a base just because I'm organized a little bit like that. I said, but honestly, raw but real is just whatever's on my heart that day. That Monday, we going to chop it up about. And that's what I like about the premise.
Yeah,
I don't really want to have
though, I think like
a setting.
just an opinion though, but it's like a lot of stuff that goes on nowadays. People are just following fads and this
Yeah.
and that, but it's kind of been like that forever in a sense, but not just as broad right now. But when I think about certain things, you can't control anyone, but at the same time, the condition of women nowadays, um, some people are too gone or lost to save them, but some are not.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff as men, the men have to take some responsibility on that themselves. Sometimes we don't want to because we look at certain, you know, me included. Sometimes I look at certain females and might look at it like she too far gone or she lost and I ain't got time
Yeah.
to do this, that. But if I'm really into somebody and feeling them, um, I know my limits, I guess too. But it's like if I'm dealing with somebody and it's like they have all the qualities that I kind of
Right.
like in a woman, but it's a few things that she needs a little balance or something like that. We supposed to be a reflection of one another.
Exactly.
So as a man, I supposed to be able to try to establish some of that balance and show her some things, not necessarily like force it up on her. But if I treat that woman in the proper manner. Like I've never been one of them dudes that be like bros before hoes, this,
Right.
that, and other. Even when I was in college, the most people who looked out for me and was there for me were women.
Exactly.
And that's because I treat most women right. I ain't gonna say I ain't dog nobody before or whatever. Most people I dogged, I kind of felt like they deserved it. But at the same time, as I get older, I still have to check myself on even some of those behaviors and stuff too. You know, but it's like I believe it's just the way that you approach certain things. So if a woman is just like tired of dudes and this that, probably because she been messed over by a lot of dudes and she just seen a lot of nonsense.
Yeah.
But if the right person comes along, but it can't just be a person who like it's not. It's bigger than that. At least for me, because it's like somebody can have all of the quality. It could be a man have all of the qualities that you would think a woman would want in a man, but it still might be something missing that she likes to
Yep.
make them whole. So it still got to be a full package. It can't just be because he got money,
Right.
he do this, he can take care of me. Some people go for that, but they're still gonna be deep down inside searching for something else or dreaming about something else or whatever it is, or whatever.
And connections mean I was kicking it with my friends, and like I said, a lot of my friends are married. So I'm cool with the husband and the wife. So it got me to thinking, because I'm dating people, and I bring who I'm dating over to my friend's house, and we chop it up, have a good time, drinks, all of this. And I was faced with the reality check. Like, what if my close friends don't get along with who I'm dating? Never had it happen until I was faced with this recently, where I'm like, oh, it's brought to my attention that they wasn't really feeling this certain person. And I said, okay. Now, these are friends that I'm around majority of the time. It's not like we just around, like that's family. We're around for holidays. We're around each other a lot. People can say all day long, oh, your man, don't worry, but you don't let nobody choose your man. And I'm like, nah. I respect what my friends got to say. The people that's been around me longer. If it's something in that person that you see that I might not see, I respect their opinion about it. I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna date the person. We ain't gonna say all that. But I respect their opinion on it. But at the same time, I don't want any awkwardness. Say I'm like, okay, well, that's your opinion, and I continue to date this person. But barbecues, holidays, I can't come around y'all because you made it very clear that this person is not, you don't really rock with them like that. So then what do? So it got me to thinking, like, what that has got to be happening to more than just me. So that's a question, guys. That's a reality check. Like, what if y'all really just don't get along? That's got to be hard on a person. I can't. And I'm trying to think, like, I used to not like certain people my sister dated, but I always still came around. I'm her sister. You're going to have to get along with me eventually. We can have bumps in the road, but we going to still get along. That Dang, I can't imagine.
If you don't get along with somebody, it's probably because it's something that you see, and it's like you really just they might not like that. You're trying to protect your sister or something or whatever. So it's like even if the devil was around doing something, he don't want nobody exposing him.
Well, dang, Rico, you went to Brent. You had to go that deep.
I'm just a deep individual, but something like this, I don't know everything or certain things that you've been through.
Yeah.
From certain conversations and certain things that you have said, it's one thing that I feel that we probably have in common. It's a few things, but one thing that I feel that we would have in common too is like a lot of the people who you may have been around or dated before, it's like they still like you. So it wasn't like you was just a fucked up person that people like, you know what I'm saying? It's like most people who I've dated before and dealt with, it's not like I was just a messed up individual, so like they just hate me or this, that, and other. I actually, if I leave a situation, I actually would try to talk to a person, explain why and what's what and this, that, and other. And we've probably been to have these conversations numerous times before it ever get to the point of us separating.
Right.
Whatever also. So that kind of tell you something about a person too. Because somebody just out here, just a messed up individual, most of their exes don't want to see their ass, don't want to be around them, or nothing, period. Sometimes in the beginning, y'all might bump heads because the emotional part of it, but when people really sit back and think about something, and they, you know, they comfortable. Most people who don't want to be around you, it's because you did something fucked up.
Yeah. That's deep. And I said, like, I always talk about the person I was dating from when I was 19 to 30. I always talk about that. But that was probably the craziest relationship I've been in, off and on for 10 years, dealing with a man. And we've had some fights, like some physical altercations. But it's still one person that I dated in, like, when I was in high school that I still to this day, my skin crawl when I see him. I don't like I just don't care for the person. But this person I was with for them, because he was still wrong, the stuff he did, but we had a different connection. I know that sounds crazy to some people, and people be like, well, once somebody hit me one time, I'm done. That's not true. Y'all need to stop putting these false narratives out there like y'all just real hard with certain things. If you can leave a person alone that you loved, you never loved them. I'm sorry. If you can leave somebody if you can just stop all your emotions and connection like that, to love somebody and to love someone unconditionally and to respect a person, and something happens to where y'all fall out and that disrespect starts and you have issues, yes, it hurts. But love, that base is still there. If that person, and you know how I test that, if that person, something happens, and usually it's tragedy, something happens, and you still care, that's love. It's not saying you in love with that person. It's levels. It's not saying that you want to be back with a person. It's just saying that you care. But if you dated me for some time and I can't get a phone call, I'm questioning how you really felt about me. If we dated and have all this great conversation and stuff, and you can just cut a person off like that, I'm questioning how you ever really felt.
There's levels even in the wording of it that some people might not look at. It's a difference to me between loving somebody, having love for somebody, and actually being in love. If you think about being in something, you're inside of it. So if you're in love with somebody, that shit right there, just being inside of it is something.
Yeah, it's a mutual. For me, being in love is a mutual respect. Like you say, a power couple. I really believe that a man does not meet his full potential until he meets his wife. That's just mine. That's just how I think. He's great. Men are great on their own. But a woman, we make each other better. You have to be. I'm sorry, a lot of people are not doing, I'm a this, and a lot of feminists don't get, you can do anything you want to do and you don't need a man. Kudos to you, ma'am, that think like that, but I will never downgrade my brothers and say I don't need them. I'm not going to do that. Yes, I'm a strong, independent woman. I I can do everything that I need to do. But do I want to do it? Absolutely not. I do it because I have to do it because I don't have a man to do it. I don't want to pump my gas. I don't want to change tires and none of that. Do I know how to do all of it? Absolutely. Great. But, and of course I'm making a joke, y'all. Y'all do way more than just that. But hey, you got men out here that don't know how to change a tire. You got men that don't know how to do the basics. Handyman work, and I know a lot of guys don't like that term. They don't like the word term handyman. But having a skill goes a long way. If you're a carpenter, if you know how to build things, you better hope that they are a loyal person, because it's going to be women throwing themselves at them men every day, because that's what women are lacking, men that will actually do things with their own hands. Yeah, anybody can pay for stuff. I ain't knocking the ones that just be like, oh, I just pay for it. I don't know how to do it, but I can get it done for you. That's great. We like y'all too. But something about a man that cleans himself, that pick up a broom and a mop, I just think that's me. Maybe I need me a working man.
I don't know. I feel like that's a part of it. But I feel like, to a degree, that's still like kind of on the surface.
It's surface stuff, yes.
Because you can get all those things, and that you might be like, you could have somebody who could check mark everything that you had on your list, but it might be something that wasn't on your list that might be missing that you wasn't even thinking about at the time. And part of that sometimes is a mental level. A person got to be able to touch you on stimulate you mentally. Also, in most cases, like I say, everybody's different, but for some type of women, and just like some type of, I'm the type of man, a woman it has to be something that's intriguing about her, other than just her
physique.
She look pretty. Like, I believe it's a difference between somebody being pretty or somebody being cute. That cute shit and pretty shit can wear off.
Or beautiful. Beautiful is a whole different level too.
Deeper.
Yeah.
I think beauty to me can come on. It can be on the outside, but for the most part, beauty itself, I believe it comes from the inside out. You know what I'm saying? I just believe to be something beautiful to me is just deeper than something that's pretty. Beautiful is also the way a woman carries herself. The way it's like everything. It's like the more, if somebody has this certain type of spirit about them, they become even more beautiful just by you getting to know them. Like, her spirit is just something about her, the way she thinks, the way she talks. It could be the little subtle movements and stuff that's not just on the surface. This girl just, like, she done had all these operations and everybody looking at her all like, she's sexy. That shit bigger than that to me. That shit, that shit is like playtime. And then once you really get to know them, you be like, man, shit.
They couldn't operate on that spirit. They couldn't operate on that spirit. They got all the body parts. They're like a build-a-boo. And then their heart is something different on them.
Probably because I'm not a shallow individual, too. Some people shallow, so they too worried about what the masses think. So some people just want this person who they feel the world think is pretty, or a dime piece, just to have a trinket on their arm. I can give a fuck less what somebody else think. It's about how I feel and how the woman feel. You know, how we feel together.
I just got to get out. I can't even get to that level to where, like, and I want people to comment after they see this, like, even if you're not in Detroit, if you're in a different state, where do you go? And do you go out with the intention of meeting someone? See, when I go out, I'm not thinking about meeting nobody.
Yeah, I don't.
Those are the best times that I meet people, when I'm not thinking about meeting nobody. Or usually when I don't have like, I go out like this and probably pick up a whole bunch of people, because it's like when I try, I don't get nothing. But when I'm not looking for something, there it is. Boom, there it is. But like right now, I'm so focused on my career transitioning. Have a career transition that's going on, and I have a business transition that's going. Like, I'm transitioning over. I'm rebranding, remarketing Fearless Focus right now. So I'm praying that takes off the way that I'm anticipating it to take off. I might be okay and have some free up some other time to even think about relationships. But them kids right now, I'm focusing on 7-month-old twins, and I gotta have balance though, cause I know me, and I know I'm gonna get burnt out, and I'm gonna snap, and I'm gonna snap on the wrong people. You know, we always snap on those that are closest to us, like they did something to us. I don't know why people do that, but that's what we do. Um, but sometimes you just need a reality check, people. I titled this reality check because I want us to get back to the foundation of what we're supposed to be doing. And everybody's foundation is different. My foundation is Bible based. Some people's foundation is Quran based. Like, you got Muslim faith, you got Jewish faith, you have the Quran. You got a lot of different religions out here. At the end of the day, it's about love for me. It's about love and sacrifice. I think we always talk about love, but nobody talks about sacrifice. Nobody talks about what it takes to build something. It takes a lot to build something with somebody and have it be.
It's going to be a sacrifice.
It has to be blessed. I don't want to just build and have wealth for myself. It's what I'm building, or what God is putting in me to build is bigger than just me. It's bigger than just the person that I'm with. It's bigger than who I end up marrying. We have to be on that same mind frame together to build for the kingdom. Because when you don't have people that see your vision or see the vision, it's going to cause friction. They might have the financial backing to help you, but do they really support you? So you can link up. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. Like, I have options to do so many different things, but do I really want to tie myself with this commitment just to get the funding on something and then be stuck?
Yeah, I don't.
To the way they think. So I didn't create this to listen. I don't want to sound arrogant, but to have somebody else's vision become my vision because you have the financial part of it. Sorry. I'll be struggling on a little short bus as long as I can get my I hate the words, the agenda. It's like so many words. I don't want to misspeak because words are powerful, and I'm reading more and I'm learning more about myself and about energy, and that's still God. When people are like, oh, you're into crystals. Yes, I am into crystals, but that is still God. That is not like devil worshiping. Somebody said that was devil worshiping. I'm like, that is not devil. Those people put a lot of different things into how you see things. I'm like, I'm good. I'm doing whatever makes me feel more in tune with the world. And I'm grounded. I did massage therapy, y'all. You know I'm a grounded person. Anybody that has ever done that's an actual therapist, they're some grounded people. Because you pick up other people's energy when you do massage therapy. And yes, the first thing they teach you is, think about it, whenever you guys go to a massage therapist, if they do not take their shoes off, they're not a real massage therapist in my mind. Because you have to set the intent. You set intention before you massage a person. It's very spiritual. Massage therapy is very spiritual. And that's just how I was taught. But no, you take your shoes off and you base yourself. You ground yourself.
You still do massages?
I can't, unfortunately, because of with Chiari malformation, the condition I have, it affects my nerve endings. So I can't feel I can't feel certain things with my hands like I used to. So with massage, to really be, and I mean, I was a therapist. I wasn't just like, I have to feel the knots. Yep. All that type of stuff. I have to feel it and to release it. You can't release stuff if you don't feel it. So, I mean, I can still massage, but it's not. It's like having a massage on with gloves, like, or using a rubber. You know, you can't feel anything. It's just frustrating. You be like, forget it. Take it off, no.
So you can't feel nothing Sometimes or all the time?
No, like I can feel with my hands, but like therapy, why like
I'm saying like, say if you,
it's hard to explain.
say if it's like you and a guy who like you really like,
Mm-hmm.
y'all sitting, y'all talking, y'all kicking, y'all at the park or something, y'all kind of holding hands, just talking like if he rubbing your hand, like
Yeah, I can feel
that
it.
type of stuff. So
Yeah.
you can still feel like not just feel somebody touch you, but I'm saying feel the transfer of the energy, if that makes sense to you.
That's deep. I can't remember the last time somebody held my hand, Rico. So that should tell you right there. Probably ain't felt. If I can't remember it, it was a while ago.
Why, Miss Rhea, you still a virgin?
Well, Miss Rhea. Speaking of that, was that the color
Feel
purple?
like, yeah, feel like he's doing his business on you. Sound like he was doing
The
his
color
business on
purple.
you.
They're doing a new Color Purple. It's going to be out for Christmas. I cannot wait to see this production. It is going to be, it looks really good, guys. Steven Spielberg is behind it, Quincy Jones, and Oprah Winfrey. So, I think it's going to be good. Fantasia's playing Seeley, and Taraji P. Henson is playing Suge. I think that's going to be hot. But, what is the name of that? Did you hear about the, actress that got stabbed, Reese. Lord.
Guy or girl?
Reese. Her name Reese. She got stabbed.
Witherspoon?
No, with a knife.
No.
Remember I told y'all
Reese
I had a
Witherspoon.
corner joke.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I get it.
Get it? This man came up to me at the job and said, this actress got stabbed. Her name was Reese. And I was like, Witherspoon? And he was like, no, with a knife. And I thought that was the corniest. Some of y'all still thinking it's going to, when you catch it, you're going to bust out laughing. Just like Rico just did.
So nobody got stabbed, though.
No, nobody
That
got
was
stabbed.
the-
That was the joke.
bait.
That was the bait.
Because you know when you say her, that's probably somebody who, what? Reese who? Witherspoon?
Yes, with a spoon. No, with a knife. But and on that note, that's been our hour already. Funny outside flies when you're having fun. But we're gonna get out of here next week. Next week we're gonna be deep, y'all. It's probably my cousin is rawer than me, so I'm hoping she really has time. And we can get my mama to watch both the kids, or the kids. Y'all might meet the kids. They might be up here next week if we don't have no sitter. But it's going to be a deep one next week. So see y'all next Monday. Subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend. Subscribe to Raw But Real. And, yeah.